Hello, Neffy fans! Irashaimase! Welcome back to Neffy Cat! We're so glad that you can join us today. In today's video, now this is ignore the mommy first of all. In today's video, we're going to talk about a very famous kitty who was from England, who became known as the most famed British feline of the 20th century. His name was Mike. He has the same name that one of my brothers has. Yes. Mike was the head kitty for the British Museum. He was called the guardian of the British Museum from 1908 till January of 1929. He lived to be right around 20 or 21 years old, didn't he? Wow! He had articles out in the Time magazine and the Star magazine, and he had an interesting story with how he came into being there as well. So in 1908, the museum had a cat there that was the guardian, who was called Blackjack. Well, one day, Blackjack literally walked up to the keeper of the Egyptian antiquities, E.A. Walls Budge, with the kitten Mike in his mouth. Wow! Well, needless to say, they kept the kitty, and he was raised and tutelaged in the job by Blackjack. Something very interesting is that he was known for getting pigeons, but he didn't kill them. He would daze them, he'd corner them, daze them, and he'd carry them in his mouth to the housekeeper, who would give him food and milk, basically in return for that, and then the pigeon would be released. So I've told some of you guys about how my Siamese kitty named Sheba was known for chasing the 3 miniature horses I used to take care of down their own field. Well, Mike wasn't a tolerator of doggies. He was apparently known for chasing dogs away from the museum. Yeah. And he apparently chased away other cats too. And that reminds me a lot of my kitty Sheba, because she also did not like other kitties. Yeah, Mike was a tabby kitty who reminds me of a Siamese. Yeah. Mike was so famous that when he had passed away, there was a poem written to him that had been inspired from his obituary in the Evening Star. And it was written by F.C.W. Hiley. And this is the very, very last stanza of it. I haven't been able to find the whole thing. Old Mike, farewell. We all regret you, although you would not let us pet you. Of cats the wisest, oldest, best cat. This is your motto, Requiescat. Yes, and he has a tombstone that is near the Great Russell Street entrance at the British Museum. I think that's just amazing, you guys. One little guy affected one so much. Well, Mike, like Sheba, my kitty, was also very particular about who knew him. You know, he let some of the different people from the museum that worked there and that he knew personally, he'd let them pet him and interact with him, but not anybody else. And that's exactly like Sheba was. Yes. He actually reminds me of my little nephew here, in that he was a great tabby. What do you think of that, nephew? Yes, who's been having an ignore the mummy button and not playing. Well, thank you all so very much for watching this video. If you like the contents of our videos, don't forget to take those paws and paw that like button. You can paw the subscription button, and you can paw the notification bell, so that you can see all of Neffy Cat's videos. Well, thank you all so very much. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video.